Hello and welcome to After the End, a total conversion mod for Crusader Kings III. This is a mod that I've heard about for a long time. People keep saying it's great, but I've never tried it out, and given that there's a huge gap between when the last DLC came out and when the next DLC is coming out, it seemed like the perfect opportunity to put some time into this and see what this mod has to offer. Now, I did go to its changes page and tried to find all the things that this mod changes, but I was very quickly coming to the word everything. It seems to change a little bit of everything, so the only way we're really going to know what's in it is to play it. Now, in terms of deciding which character we were going to play and which one we were going to discover the mod with, I decided we were going to play this guy, Duke Thaddeus. Why? Well, he has what I think has to be a contender for the best hat of the characters that were on this main screen. So that's why he wins, Thaddeus Theobald. So, let's read about him. The Big Apple was once the greatest city in the world. Though it is nowhere near the grandeur of its pre-cataclysmic days, it has survived and rebuilt, claiming its place as one of the economic and cultural capitals of the eastern seaboard. Over the centuries, the Republic has weathered war and calamity, surrounded by the many factions of the tumultuous Northeast. Thaddeus Theobald is the newest patriarch of a long line to govern New York City. His rule has been wise and just, bringing both enemies and allies into the fold. But for all the glory that he has brought to the city that never sleeps, he must still beware, for his fellow patricians are ambitious. Americanists have few friends among their neighbors, and war is almost more common in the region than trade. Will New York prosper under his patronage, or will it fall to its enemies? Well, let's jump in. One thing that should be mentioned before we get too far in is that the mod runs on version 1.15.0 of the game. That is before Khans of the Steppe came out, which is the latest DLC, and it is after Administrative Governments came out, which is important because our government type is High Republic, which is effectively an administrative government. A lot of things here seem to be pretty much the same as administrative government, so I'm basically going to treat it like it's an administrative government until such a point as we discover something that isn't an administrative government in it. So, that's what we got. Also, we should have a look at the full map. So, this is effectively a map of the Americas, but it has been turned 90 degrees, presumably because Crusader Kings works a lot better in horizontal than it does in vertical. So, that makes sense to me. So, let's figure out what's going on. We're Thaddeus, we're married to Stacy, and we have a child called Chad. Alright then. What's our religion? Principalist. Regard the Constitution, the sacred document given down by the divine founders, not as a static corpus of written law, but as a living symbol of America, the binding together of many into one union. As the needs of America and her countrymen change, so does the Constitution, all centered on the core values of the American dream: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is the duty of all citizens, from the lowest or the lowliest farmer to the president themselves, to pursue this dream and protect it so others have the opportunity to pursue it also. Principalists are not afraid to break from precedent should they believe the dream to be compromised, aiming to uphold and defend the just society the founders started. Okay, and we're diligent, generous, and calm as our character. Let's have a look at what this actually means. These seem to be growing, these number of question marks. Okay. So, interventionalism. It costs rulers of this faith less piety to declare holy wars. If one exists, the head of faith can declare a great holy war when the faith has a high fervor. If no head of faith exists, adherents gain a bonus to convert faith in county councillor task. Piety and devotion from winning holy wars is increased by 50%, and members of the clergy can serve as commanders or veterans. Veterans being the word for knights. Okay, yeah, and commanders obviously being commanders. Volunteer forces. Provinces of a different religion take 50% longer to convert. Provinces of different culture take 20% longer. Okay. And you get advantage when you're fighting against people of other faiths. Levy reinforcement when you're in a place of the same faith. Less when you're a place of a different faith. Okay. And different faith popular opinion is lowered, but that's... Or it's lowered by 10%. Which could be a good thing. Okay. Interesting. So you get more benefits if you're in somewhere that is of your faith in terms of levy, and then you're better at fighting people who are not of your faith. In common law. So reduce law cost by 10% for each virtue a ruler has. Increase law cost by 10% for each sin. Vassals and counties are less likely to join factions against virtuous ruler. Vassals and counties are more likely to join factions against sinful ruler. Electors under elective succession type are more likely to vote for their choice of liege if their liege is just. Can adopt hierocratic succession at a discounted cost. Makes just a virtue. Okay. Makes arbitrary a sin. That's fine. Okay. Who is our president? Because apparently that's the name of the head of our religion. That is Franklin II, Ironwrit. Okay. Child Douglas. Cool. Okay. Are these are continuing to be there? Oh, wait, let me go back in there. Give me the tutorial again. What's this? Faith in religions. Sure, why not? Alright, that doesn't work. Cool, fine. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna open it just so I can dismiss it. There we go. Encyclopedia. Okay, that doesn't work. That's fine. Cool that it's there. Let's have a look at our culture. So our culture is Gothamite. Okay. Oh, cool. There's a new button to press. Does it work? Nope. Alright, cool. So we got maritime mercantilism, so trade port bonuses. We have strength in numbers, so barracks and war camp buildings increase men-at-arms regiment limits. Okay. Heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, and elephant cavalry men-at-arms cannot be recruited by rulers of this culture. Fair enough. Cosmopolitan elitism. Archetype provides a bonus to prestige. Rulers with poor education traits are distrusted. Metropolises are more productive. I'm assuming that might be a word for cities, potentially. And then can adopt the higher republic government. Okay, we'll see what metropolises are. And then quarrelsome. Rulers have conquest CB against neighboring rulers. All Casus Belli that require a specific level of fame require one less. Casus Belli costs less. This loyal trait is less looked down upon. This loyal trait is more common. Okay, interesting. And then control growth is hard to get. Alright. What innovations do we have? Are these all pretty much the same as the base game? Kinda, although you can get the ability to build plantations for maple syrup. It has absolutely no info on whether that's a useful thing or not. Just like, you can do it. Alright. These look mostly the same as the base game. Like, I think that some of them have been renamed, but they're effectively the same thing. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of this has been flavored, but it's mostly the same. Are we the head of our culture? We are. Well, I don't really know what we want. I would normally trend towards something like this, potentially. Something that gets us more siege men-at-arms. Partition, maybe. What's our current succession law? Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter. Our succession law is going to be all, yeah, it's plutocratic succession. It's something to do with our, yeah, with us being an administrative whatever. It's fine. We'll work that out later. We also have a tab. Okay, so these tabs seem like they're... Oh, there's a trade tab, I see. Commodity buyers and commodity sellers. I was going to say, something's not right here. There's definitely an extra one here, and that's because relationships has been pushed over to the side. Okay, interesting. I wonder what trade is. Well, we're learning more stuff. Right. Let's go and have a look and see if we can find anything else out. Need a personal physician. We can do that. That's kind of base game stuff. I wonder what we actually... Like, are we independent? Yeah, so we are an independent administrative government right here. Assuming that some of these, so you're feudal. I see, yeah, what's the government map mode? That's probably going to be useful. There's also a commodities map mode. This must have something to do with the maple syrup stuff. Yeah, must have something to do with the maple syrup stuff we saw. Anyway, let's go to the government map mode and have a look. Whichever one. There we go, governments. Got there in again. Got there in the end. Control Q. So a lot of this is feudal. We got some High Republic going on. We got some tribal. Got some kinship. What's kinship? That's clan? Okay. Tribal makes sense. Feudal makes sense. Range? Not entirely sure. I think it might also be clan? Not sure. Kind of get the feeling that range might be turned into nomadic at some point. Yeah. Although there is nomadic here. Wait a second, but this is oh, this is nomadic, but this is mod nomadic, maybe. Like, this isn't nomadic as in nomadic from Khans of the Steppe. Okay. Interesting. Cool. Oh, there's also this one. What's this one? That might also be clan? Or at least mostly clan? Okay, cool. Anyway, I was mostly just seeing who we had around us. So we've got a couple of High Republic ones to the south, and then a lot of feudal to the west. Alright. We may want to create some alliances with some of our, well, people nearby. Okay. Heir is unmarried. Player heir has no spouse. That seems like something we should fix. Let's just have a look. So we have the District of New York, and that's our only them that we have here. Okay. And we hold it directly. There are some noble families that exist, but they simply hold the family titles. They don't hold anything else. Oh yeah, we also have our estate as well. Okay. Cool, so currently we have Hay Barracks, which gives us the magnificent horses travel option, gives us army movement speed. And we have the Villa. Alright, cool. Oh yeah, what does our court look like? I'm kind of intrigued. Alright then. Let's not be that intrigued then. Well, I guess I should vote for Chad to be our heir. That would make sense to me, given that he is the only person who would want as our heir. Yeah, Chad. You are both nominated as the head of the state of New York and the district. Wonderful. Are we the only person who actually gets a vote as well, or do other people get votes? Well, we'll probably find out soon, right? No, there are other electors and they do have votes. Okay. You can slander, promote, all of that sort of stuff. That's fine. Lifestyles? Do anything new in here? That looks the same. 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 And that is the same. Okay. So we've already finished everything down to administrator. Cool. So that gets us a bunch of bonuses to having people on our council. Tyranny bonus. So we can get tyranny and have it forgiven quicker bonuses. Vassals less likely to join factions. Powerful vassals give us more stuff if they're on the council. Get more stewardship. We get more development growth. Buildings are cheaper to make, so we could probably buy a bunch of buildings if we can. Yeah, we could try and raise our domain limit, but we don't actually we don't actually have that much land that we would want to get just now. We'd have to expand before I'm worried about it. But yeah, let's maybe go down that path. Let's continue down stewardship then. Let's go. Yeah, let's just get +3 stewardship. That's okay. Right. Heir unmarried. Chad. Chad? What is subordinate lineal? Show candidates who would accept Chad Theobald being the subordinate partner. Does not pass their house to any children of the marriage, instead their spouse does. Oh, okay, so they renamed the... Okay, yeah, they renamed the matrilineal button to the subordinate lineal button, which is a little bit more, like, neutral in terms of term. That makes sense. Okay. What's the best alliance you can get me? For somebody who is within 5 years. Melinda Beverly. So you would get me an alliance with the County of White. Okay, down here. With Major Harlan. Got 700 troops. It's not bad. What's the next best one? Next best one is you. Which would get me 600 troops, but you're really far away. For you. And you would get me 500 troops and you're up there. Okay, anybody have any inheritable traits? Not that I can see. Although I don't know if we're on the version of the game that doesn't show you the inheritable traits. You know what? Easy way of doing that. Yeah, okay, we are on that version of the game. So basically there's a version of the game where like these inheritable traits don't show up. That is something they fixed on the current version of the game, but the version that this is running on is like that. Okay. Also, wait a second. Let me go back to that person there. Okay. So you can marry a son to a son. That's interesting. That's a change. That's probably why they called it subordinate lineal. Ah. Because there is zero chance. Okay. I understand. We need to pay attention to that because that's not necessarily ideal if we want our family line to continue. Right. Let's marry you to Melinda. She's at least of our religion and it's a strong alliance. Well, it's an alliance. Let's send it through. See, this one changes to matrilineal marriage, but that makes sense because now it is a matrilineal marriage that we would be offering rather than whatever the other term is. The subordinate lineal. Okay. Cool. Let's arrange that marriage. Right, what else have we got? More buttons to press. So, we have a quest to unite New Jersey. Need to control 80% of the counties in the New Jersey region. Okay. Seems like a good first goal. Yeah, it's not even a really big region. Okay, that seems fine. And that would give us a kingdom, I assume. By the way it's saying you have to be less than kingdom level rank. Okay, we found the Empire State. So we would have to completely control Hudsonia. Okay. And Gotham. Which is also going to include New Jersey, so that makes perfect sense to me. Though not required to take this decision, you should completely control the Green Mountains. It will be annexed into the Empire State as well. Or should you completely control it, it'll be annexed. Oh, okay. What is the Green Mountains? Okay. Well, we probably want to do that. Probably, I'd guess. Okay. Cool. So we can do that. And then restore America. Wonderful. So you have to completely control Washington, Holy Columbian Commonwealth, Atlantica, or New England, at least one of those ones, and then have 80% in the eastern United States. Fair enough. If your culture has Dixielander, Mid-Atlantic, or New Englander heritage, or you're Americanist, or your culture is descended from Iroquois. Oh, right, that is saying that you have to have one of those. Alright. And then end Republican government. We could definitely do that if we wanted to at some point. That's not necessarily something we're that worried about. Yeah, this is the family terrarium, which I think is a reflavoring of something maybe, or maybe it's not. But I think this is the one that caused you to get like a ton of events. I might be wrong, might be thinking of something else. But I think on this version of the game that might be one that caused you to get events. I might be wrong though. Might be thinking of something from Council of the Step. That's cool. Okay, so I think our first goal is probably unite New Jersey. That makes sense to me. So that requires us just to hold land in the New Jersey region. Be nice if it started highlighting that, but that's because I have that open. Right, New Jersey region. There we go. So we're looking at taking out Monmouth, South Jersey, and then a little bit of that kingdom potentially. Okay, fair enough. It's good to know. Anything else? We got any new activities? Oh, we got a natural springs visit. Okay. Can lower your stress and have other benefits. I love other benefits. I just want to see where are the universities. So we have Boston. Okay, we have a ton of different universities around. Cool. If we wanted to do that. Right. We can upgrade here if we wanted to. Manhattan. Oh, so we have the Statue of Liberty. Can we actually see anything in here? No. Okay. So this one gives us holding taxes, development growth, and then percentage there. Holder of this holding gets prestige, renown, control growth, and faith conversion cost is down. Okay. Canals of New York. That gets us more development growth and a lot of percentage holding taxes for all holdings in the duchy. So what's the de jure duchy here? The District of New York. Okay, which we control all of? No. Okay, these guys control a little bit of it. Okay, so we probably want that as part of our land because that would then, well, that would give us another province where we are earning lots of money. Another county. Right. So what do I hold directly here? So I only hold these two direct, or these two plus. All right, I don't hold queens. All right, it might be easier doing it this way. Ah, right, it's this one. It was the one I was missing. It was hiding under Brooklyn. So we have Staten Island, we have Kings, and we have Manhattan. Okay. I'm probably not able to hold cities, but that's definitely saying that cities are not whatever the term we were looking at earlier is. That term being, need to go away, culture thing. The term was in here. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it again. I don't know. Oh, it was in this, right? So that is not a metropolis. Metropolises are better managed or productive. Bonuses to taxes and build time. Okay, no idea what those are. I'm sure I will find out eventually and I'll be like, oh, there's the word I know. Okay, we should have a trade port. Our culture has better trade ports, right? Yeah, we can construct it one era early and we get additional tax and coastal holdings. So that's cool. Oh, also while I'm here, it's gonna pop up every time. We just test. Yep, that will pop up every time. Wonderful. That's fine. So we're building here. We're about to get a marriage. Let's have a look at our council. So we have Speaker Martha, who appears to be the best person for the job. We're going to get you to improve internal affairs. Attorney General is the name of our like priest, basically. There's nowhere that we need to convert. We don't need to fabricate because we already have county like wars allowed. So yeah, increase my piety. Steward, you are the best person to be our steward, and you're on collect taxes. Could make you do this instead. I think I will because we get a huge bonus to development anyway. So let's get you to increase development. Marshal, I think we can do better. I think that you're looking like a better marshal potentially. Yep. And do we leave you on organized army? Possibly. Possibly. I think trained commanders might be better though. Then Spy Master, you like me a lot and you're powerful, so I suspect that you're going to continue holding that position. Right. That's all good. Let's unpause the game. Just realized that would have been a perfect point for the game to crash. Also, I didn't realize the game started on the 4th of July. That's good. Okay. Right, we have our alliance. Let's just wait a little bit. We'll wait till the end of the month so everything recalculates. So we have a starter game recalculation and then we'll see where we're going. Under-equipped. My liege, she begins carefully. As your veteran, it's my holy duty to fight your battles, but surely quality is everything when it comes to protecting the senator's life. So I can gain 10 court grandeur and lose 100 gold in order to get her a weapon, or say go to the armory like everyone else. I'll take the hit. Yeah. Oh, I have things to put on walls? What do I have? Oh, our dynasty banner, and then our house banner. Sure, why not? Sounds good to me. And then, also, while we're here, let's have a little look at these positions. So, I have... Oh, yeah, this is also sorted by rank instead of aptitude. I don't know why they made that change. That's a base game one, though, I think. Right, we're going to stick you in here as our personal physician. And you are going to try and do advanced research in order to get us more lifestyle experience. Caravan Master is one that the AI will actually... I just realized that's Thomas Wayne. I saw Martha earlier and was like, oh, yeah. This is by... Yeah, that's Bruce. Of course. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Yes, Caravan Master is one that the AI will actually appoint now. As just one that it always has, so it makes sense that we do the same, because effectively the devs have said this is one that will always be needed. Tutor is cool, and we can get lifestyle experience from one, so let's do that. Let's put in... I'm now just clicking on people to look at their last name, going, do I get the reference? A lot of the answers are no, but that's okay. I put in Ivan here. Ivan's going to do that. Could teach court, I suppose. Yeah, let's teach court. Let's do that. Wet nurse, I don't need because I don't have any children. Court. The rest of these, I think, are mostly fine. What is the court groundhog keeper? Well, obviously, yeah, that's going to be Richard. That's your job, Richard. I mean, obviously. Yeah, we need to have that. Right, anything else? I think we're good. Might declare war. Maybe, I don't know. You look a little strong. You're defending against somebody in a war. You have less troops than we do, actually, Ellis. So you're defending against Ivyland. What have they declared for? District of Connecticut. Okay. Which is your top level title, although you do have the District of New Haven as well, as another top level title. We could try and seize the District of New York, County of Westchester, County Expansion or Naval County Expansion. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess I will seize the District of New York. Yes, we have enough troops to make this happen. Let's make this happen. That's the land that we want as well, so it's good. We're gonna raise all of our troops. We'll sit them on the war goal. Right, and then we're just gonna siege for however long this takes. Want to get in here 8 months, apparently. Okay. That's fine. Actually, let's bring up the siege here. Yeah, let's bring up the siege, let's zoom out, and then let's watch its progress. Kind of want to zoom in enough that I can see the army. The problem is if I zoom in, it makes it run a lot worse. A lowly chandler has been stealing from my court. The man cowers before me, sniveling about hungry children and pleading for mercy. Please, my lord, I will do anything you ask. Okay. So I can show him what true hunger feels like, and kill him. Imprison him, show him mercy, and win his loyalty. We are going to imprison him. Because we follow, you know, we follow law and justice in the American way. That's going to be the answer to anything I do in this playthrough, by the way. If at any point any decision seems inconsistent, it's just we're following the American way. And then that's it. We don't need to explain anything more. If we do need some more justification, we say that's the way the founders did it. And then that's it. Then we're sorted. Commander promoted. Okay, who have you found for me? You found me Edward Chodak. Yeah, you seem pretty good. Wonderful. One thing, by the way, I've been testing out, I actually don't know if it's in this version. Oh, he's in this version of the game. I've been testing out automated armies off camera. One thing I noticed that the AI will always do there is whenever they have the ability to get, like, whenever you get a new commander or something, they will always raise troops and try and merge. It's crazy. I wonder if they even... Yeah, we don't have the option right now, but yeah, they will, if given the opportunity, always try and do that. It's very weird. It's probably good, but it's very weird. Okay, we need a little bit more here. Let's maybe, let's see what my options are here. Maybe we will increase our, I don't know, lodgings a little bit. Yeah, let's apply that for now. Not going for a huge increase, just a little increase. We have won our siege over here. Wonderful. Do we now just sit on it because now we have taken war score? Potentially. Could also just move to the next one. How many troops do you have? Still less than us. Wonderful. So I'll head here and we'll just siege this down. Also, in case anyone's wondering, for game rules, I just clicked the reset to default button. So we should be on the absolute default way this mod is expected to run. So, in case anyone was wondering. I kind of get the feeling that's assumed unless I say otherwise, but, you know. We'll say it out loud. Oh, some people are raiding. Interesting. Who's raiding? Portland. Who apparently has star signs as a thing. Oh, okay. They're a lobster man. Fathomless cultery. Oh, okay. Cool. That's good for them. I see that doesn't. There's still the button every single time. I'm like, I'll click it, and then it never works. I think our child should be called Vladimir. I think we could come up with a good Gothamite name. Or maybe a Principalist name. He's gonna be called Lewis. There we go. That's a name I can get behind here. Correctly, it's a name I can mostly pronounce. Oh, right, they were on boats. I see. I was kind of wondering how they got behind me, but that's perfectly acceptable if they were on boats. Can I come and take your siege? Well, take them and siege while you raid it. A little bit, yeah. We've taken war score, which is good. Fort Grandeur's increased. It's fine. You're really going to try and de-siege the war goal? I mean, I'm in, if that's what you want to do. Yeah, chase him down. Do we have anyone better to lead? We do. We have Edward. Alright, let's go. And we've now, yeah, defeated their army. That gets us 36% war score. We're going to get taking war score, and that's going to let us get this bit of land. We'll just wait on it here. Hold the war goal, basically. Yeah. And that's 100% war score. I will now enforce my demands, and we get the County of Westchester. Wonderful. So we have slightly too much land right now. I think we're still just going to hold it here. As in, I don't think we're going to give it away. But we're only going to hold it until we reach divided attention. Well, we're going to hold it until we reach divided attention, which will then mean that we can hold it without any penalty. So we're only going to have the penalty till we get divided attention. County control. Okay, that's just default game tutorials. Yes, okay, I think some of these are base game tutorials because I had to roll back the version of the game in order to play the mod. So I guess it thinks it's a new install or something. Anyway. Ask liege for troops. I send word because I find myself in need of more soldiers. The Kelly family army is simply not enough to maintain peace and security in the name of the state. Okay, what was your religion? Organized Muslim faith. Unable to openly practice traditional religious law within Americanist lands, where some Muslims choose the path of Taqiyya, the Americans choose to integrate into the American legal system. Oh, alright then. Why do you need troops? I don't think you need troops. Also, what's this? You're a merchant. Oh, cool. Don't know what that means, but cool. Let me just check something. We do have commodities, right? But we saw a commodity map mode. Yeah. So if I go to like this person who has wine, can I do something with you? Nope. Can I do something with your top level liege? Yes, I can import wine. Okay, I understand, but what do I get if I import wine? Highly prestigious product. He would just accept. Why? Like, what is this? Okay, I'm gonna import wine from Hudsonia. Let's see what they say. I gained the trait merchant. Cool. I mean, that's neat. Merchant apparently has nothing at level 1. Has stuff at higher levels. So now I'm bringing in wine. From you. Does this give me a bonus of wine? Direct wine imports. Ah, okay. Bought directly from the producer as cheap as could be. So I'm losing tax per month because I'm paying for this. I'm losing income per month on a percentage-based level. But I'm gaining prestige, stress loss, courtier and guest opinion, court grandeur, and monthly court grandeur change. Okay, so importing gives you court grandeur. I see, and then the more you import, the more you get your merchant stuff, and your merchant stuff gives you all of these different bonuses. Remembering that the way that this works, like this path, is not like you get the bonuses of level 2, like once you get there. It's you get the bonuses of level 1, and the bonuses of level 2 when you reach level 2, and then the bonuses level 3, and then the bonuses level 4. But yeah, so it's a little stewardship at the first level. Huh, okay. Interesting. Anyway, we are going to end the first episode there. Thank you very much for watching. As this is the first episode of a series, if you enjoyed it, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that sort of stuff, because it really helps with search ranking, and it really mostly helps on the first episode of a series, which is why I only say it on the first episode of a series. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for episode number 2. Thank you for watching, see you next time, goodbye.